Okay, guys, now welcome back to the second segment of BFA's On The Ball show. We've got a special guest all the way from America here to talk about football, in particular US football. Like I said, we were talking in the last segment. We've learned about his journey, how it all started, when he went there, and so he's in America. He's been there for a couple of years now, Zidan, and I'm very curious, as are probably a lot of the viewers out there as well, the difference in the setup, the structure of US football. I know kids football is very popular, girls football, kids football, and boys football in America, but once they get to a certain level over the last few, maybe 10, 15 years, not as good. But in the last maybe 5 years, maybe it's a David Beckham phenomenon, I don't know, it's making more noise, it seems to become more popular, a lot of big stars are going out there to play. Just if you can, give me a brief kind of the difference between the football here in the UK and the football out in America in terms of when you start right from the bottom down at the academy level, or even before that, right up to the main team, and how it works.
I think American US football is growing very, very quickly. I mean, it's huge out there now, and the way it works is anything below, I think, the age of 15 or 16 is pre-academy, so which means you won't really travel much, you'll stay within the state. And then anything 16 and above is academy, and then you start breaking into the professional team around the age of 18.
Okay, and how do you win you mentioned pre-academy, how do you win an academy place? Is that through, you have to break through the pre-academy, or could you be discovered by a scout and go straight into it?
It works by age, so there's no way if you've been pushed up a year, that's the only way. There's no way you can be in the academy if you're, let's say, 15, okay. Unless you've been obviously pushed up a year. Okay,
so the question to you is, again, touched on it, but if you've got a child who, here, for example, we've got a lot of professional clubs will be scouted, going looking for talent. Does that happen over there? Or do they have to go through all the way through the system? Is it quite regimented?
It's where Zidan is.
FC Dallas, it's a year contract, and his contract will be renewed every year. So his contract got renewed in July, and he'll go through. Now he's under 15s. He's only 14, but he's playing for the under 15s, and he'll stay pre-academy. But to break through to that academy status, he will have to earn his place. So it can't be because he's gone through the ranks, he'll get there. If there's now 10 other boys somewhere out there in Dallas who are good enough to get into the academy, they'll be scouted out.
How many places are there in the academy under 16s, let's say?
Under 16s, there's 24 boys. With his group, there's 24 boys, and all the 24 boys will train together. They will train 3 times a week. There'll be if there's 2 matches during the week, Monday and Saturday, there'll be 2 training sessions. All the 24 boys will train, and they'll be told if they're in the lineup a day before. Okay. Everybody has to travel to the matches. 18 boys will be picked in the squad. 11 boys will start, with the potential of 4 subs. So it's not a right that even though you're in the 18, that you will play. So you're fighting for your space. It's a shrewd industry. It's no different to what it is in England. The difference, what we found, and I think Zidan will agree with me, is that they taught to enjoy the game more. It's not about winning. It's not about the going out there winning.
In America, it's not about winning.
It's not at that level.
That hard to believe.
Absolutely, but you'd be surprised what they're doing out there for football.
Is it because they don't take soccer, as they say, seriously, or?
No. Of course they do. They want to still be the best. But at that age, what they're doing, they're nurturing talent.
Yeah. Well, it's the same here. The FA have tried to go up until I think under 10s here. They don't even. There's no league table, there's no results.
Sure.
You just play, regardless of every child will receive a winner's medal at the end of the season.
Sure.
It's only when you get to 11s and 12s do the actual results matter. So if someone wins 3-1, that score will be recorded.
Sure.
So I'm assuming
yeah, absolutely. There's still a league table, and then at the end of the season there'll be league winners and runs.
I agree. I think at that age you want the young people to hone in their skills, rather than say everything win at any cost, that mentality. And I think in this country they've realized that they have to hone in their skills and technique rather than.
One of the things that we found in America, is that they will go out and just do your best, boys. You have to go and do your best. But while you're doing your best, you enjoy. And you enjoy it and you have fun. And then it's... I'm not going to say they actually turn around and nurture to make mistakes. But they do turn around and say, if you make a mistake, it's okay. But once you made a mistake, it's how quickly you can forget about it and recover. And they kind of develop that in you. So
I think you've hit an important point. Is likes of Zidan has to enjoy the game and feel good about it, because if you don't enjoy it, feel good about yourself, you're never going to have that motivation. So
sure. Because one of the things also, I think at the age of 14 they turn around and say, listen, you're not going to know everything about the game, and you're at that development stage where you're learning about the game, but we don't want you to be, yes, we want you to play your best, we want you to be the best, but it's not about being the best right now. You want to peak at the age of 16, 17,
right,
when you're knocking the doors to become a pro.
Sure.
Then when it becomes more serious. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with dreaming. There's nothing wrong with having aspirations. But you go out and do your best every single day. You go out and score those goals or those amazing free kicks or tackles, and you stand out. People are going to notice you. And you keep on doing it week in, week out, and everybody's going to start talking about you. And then when you get to that level, automatically scouts will look at you. So don't think that the scout has to look at you now. You're developing. Learn the game, enjoy the game, have the love for the game. Once you develop the love for the game, one of the things they say, if you love something that much, you can't let it go. It's in your blood.
I think the pressure in this country is different, Imrul, isn't it? It's like if you don't make it at 11, 12, then that's it, more or less. It
becomes, from what I see, I've been involved in the setup, and even within the clubs, they say if when you get to 14, 15, when you start getting that 2-year contract, because once you get past the under 14, we're looking, for example, if you're under 14 right now, and the next contract you're going to get, up until now, it's been a rolling contract, 1-year contract, 1-year contract. When you get to 14, it becomes 2 years.
Okay.
And then obviously you've got the scholarships.
Sure.
And this is why when you're at under 14s, it's so crucial that if you have a talented kid, that you try to get them in there. It's still late, but that is probably sometimes a lot of clubs feel like it's the cut-off point. Unless they're unbelievable talent, they would have to be one of the probably most amazing kids in the country. Very unlikely they'll look at you. Yes,
they don't do that in America. It's a 1-year contract. No matter how good you are, it's a 1-year contract, and they keep on saying, "Do your best, do your best." But back of your mind, end of the year, you still want to be one of those players. But the system allows, in a sense, so you're in the academy system or you're in the pre-academy system and you haven't had a fantastic year. They don't say, goodbye, there you go, go and find another club. There's 5 different tiers, and then they just drop you into the next level, or they go into reserves.
Zidan, just with the most important question for me, I guess, you've been out there all this time, you're now with the pre-academy. What position do you play, or do you play a variety of positions when you're with the team?
I think most of the time I'll play left wing, or left wing, right wing, mainly left wing though, or central midfield.
Okay.
Are you a left-footed player, or?
Yes, left foot.
Okay, so.
There you go. Now, is that through choice, or did it just happen to me? Naturally, did it happen, or did you? Because I know there's a lot of parents over the last, lack of left foot players, getting their kids when they're growing up, just kicking a ball with the left foot.
His uncle would tell him, my brother's left-footed.
Oh, okay.
So he had a lethal left foot. So he likes to say that Zidan got it, but no, it wasn't out of choice. Zidan developed his left foot, and his stronger foot is the left foot.
Okay. Well, you didn't have a choice in that, but you did have a choice in the team you supported, and you chose Man United, didn't you?
Yeah.
Naughty boy, naughty boy.
Let's get out of the studio.
You got a room full of Liverpool fans here, and
your dad is Liverpool.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. Listen, now MLS. Let's talk MLS briefly. Zidan, tell us about the MLS, and a lot of people might not know exactly or know much about the American football and what it's like, the number of teams and how it's growing.
There's 20 teams. It's split up because the country's so big. It's split up by, I think, East and West or something like that. And every basically there'll be 10 teams each league, the way it's split up, there'll be 10 teams, and then I think the top 2 or 4 from each league would go into playoffs, and whoever wins the playoffs wins the league.
Okay, and who is we all know of the likes of LA Galaxy and the New York, and who's the main team out there at the moment?
Main team, I'd have to say FC Dallas is definitely up there. Or I'd say LA Galaxy.
Okay, FC Dallas, what the name? Give us a few names that you've got, the big names that you've got out there. Any big European stars or world stars that have gone out there?
Steven Gerrard recently moved to LA Galaxy.
Is he at Dallas?
No,
he moved to
He's at LA Galaxy, yeah.
Sorry, there's no big stars that have gone to FC Dallas.
Okay.
I think New York have got Lampard. LA Galaxy's got Gerrard. New York have got Pirlo. And I'm trying to think who else.
There's been quite a few that have been out there, and Trezeguet and the likes have all been out there. So it's becoming more of a. I think the competition is now with Dubai and UAE, isn't it? I think they seem to be more and more popular. Guys, we've got another call on the line, so let's take that, see who it is. Light, you're live in the studio. Welcome to BFA's On The Ball show. Who do we have on the line? Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Take the TV volume up. Put the TV volume down on your. I don't know why I do that. Put the TV volume down on your show. I should be doing that. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Hello? Okay, all right, but we've lost the caller. Let's go. I forgot where I was. Right.
One interesting question I was going to ask Zidan is about diet. Zidan, what kind of diet do you have to abide by in America?
I think it's mostly, not fizzy drinks, no fizzy drinks. A lot of water to stay hydrated, obviously, because Dallas is very, very hot. But just have a lot of protein and least fatty.
When you mean protein, food like what?
Red meat, beef, chicken, a lot of things like that.
No curry and rice then?
Here and there.
Here and there, yeah.
But not every day.
Okay. All right. Look, we've got the caller back on the line. It's a very important person. We've had your auntie on the line. We now have another member of the family. Wow. Probably the most important member of the family, to be honest with you, the boss himself. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Bala sunni?
Yeah, sama try.
जी मातोका अपने लाइव स्टूडियो जिदाना सोना तन तरब्बा वासे
जी हमें देखा तो
अच्छा खो का किता होता
हमें तो congratulations होता congratulations
it's my sasa.
It's your sasa. Okay,
yeah.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Go on then. I'll hand over to you.
Assalamu alaikum, sasa.
Alaikum salam. Bala azuniwa.
Jiasi wala, how are you?
Zidan আমার নাম জানেন না বলে লিখে
না জানের জানের sasa.
হ্যাঁ
জানের
Zidan মারতে পারে না নি
just say salam.
Assalamu
Hello dada.
alaikum.
Alaikum salam. তুমি কেমন?
I'm good.
I'm good, thank you.
আমি তো দেখাম তোমার তুমি বাংলা বুঝনি
No, would we?
He does. Yeah. You know what? Wave down that scene and just say salam to him, and then there you go. Acha sasa, thank you apnar call lagi. Zidan taraf amrar salam niba and salam niba obviously, and everybody in the room as well. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for the call. Appreciate it. All right, it's another member of your extended family. That was probably seems like a bit of a surprise more than anything else. But anyway, okay. Let's go back to the question regarding because it's quite an important one. I think we were talking off air about the importance of the Michael Johnson Institute that you went to. What's the link between Michael Johnson Institute and the Dallas thing? How do they come together?
So Michael Johnson Performance Academy or Institute there's two of them based in America. One is based in Geneva, Ohio, at the Spy Institute, and the actual flagship is based in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
There is one set up at St. George's Park, but that is for elite athletes.
Okay.
Like the Rooneys, the Lampards, the Gerrards at St. George's Park. It's not accessible for someone like Zidan who's training to be a pro. We were based in Geneva, Ohio. That's where he went, the Spy Institute first, at the Michael Johnson Performance Center based there. We stayed there for a year. The reason we moved into Dallas, Texas is because of his soccer, or they call it soccer in America. It's because of his football. the competition level was nowhere near what Zidan was immune to here, and the challenge wasn't there. And to get the challenge, you had to travel 120 miles to Columbus Crew, which is another MLS club. So, and which he did for 6 months. That's what he did. On a Monday night, he travelled 120 miles to train at Ashland University for Columbus Crew. It was assigned to that team, but because of the distance and they knew what he was training, he was playing in satellite teams in local, and the competition level was not that good. It's only after consultation with the Michael Johnson Performance Centre and Spire, we decided to go for trials trials in Dallas, Texas. It's 1,400 miles away from Geneva, Ohio. So he went down there and trials for 3 teams: Andromeda, Dallas Texans, and FC Dallas. And ironically, all 3 teams wanted him. So he was there for 2 weeks trialling out. We came back to Geneva, Ohio, sat him down and asked him what does he want to do, and it was, you know what, I want to play for FC Dallas, this is what I want to do, and can we move on. The best thing about coming to Dallas, Texas, I think, was it was the flagship, and is the flagship, and every day is around top athletes, is around NFL players, is around basketball players, is around people that travelled from the other side of the world. Recently the Brazilian Paralympic team were there, and he's the youngest there, and he just gets on with it. He's not fazed by anything. He's made a lot of good friends from the NFL, who are NFL players, and honestly, he just gets on with it.
Interestingly, is there a lot of Bengali community out there in Dallas, or?
In Dallas, Texas, there are Bengali pocket communities that propping up. Frisco, Plano, there are Bengali communities, but not much. There is a big Muslim community, and mashallah, there are mosques in various areas.
I was going to come on to that. How easy or how accessible is that for Zidan? I'm assuming you're getting private tuition at home, so that's the way you have to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We get private tuition from a younger daughter, Zara. She'll be a private tuition every day for an hour and a half. Zidan will do 2 hours a week, try to fit in another day, and his private tuition, and they have to work around his clock rather than him working around it because of games, travelling, matches. And
so where does this all fit in with this school timetable then, the Dallas activity, or is that part of it?
Well, do you want to talk about your day?
Yeah, go on. Give an insight into the normal week. And a Saturday,
Monday morning.
Monday morning. Wake up at 6 in the morning. You know, get ready for school and everything. Leave at around 7:15, and then get to school for about 7:30, 7:45. School will start at 8:30 to 11:30. So 3 hours of school, and we do core 6 subjects, 30 minutes of class, and then. From there, I'll go home, eat lunch by 12 o'clock, and do a little bit of homework, and go to Michael Johnson Performance Centre from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, where I'll be training, and then come home, obviously eat again, and do some more homework. And I'll train again from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock with FC Dallas in the night.
Wow. Blimey, that's quite heavy. Okay, before we go anywhere, we've got another call on the line. Let's take this call and see who it is. Okay, Assalamu alaikum, welcome to BFA's On The Ball show. You're live in the studio. What would you like to say? Hi, Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
I'm okay. Imrul Gazi, Adil and Abid's mum speaking here.
Oh, Assalamu alaikum, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay here, thank you.
Don't worry, your husband is in the studio.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's disappeared. He'll be on in the next segment to talk all CFL stuff, so don't worry. Is that why you're calling, to see how he is? He's not answering the mobile.
Just checking on him.
No. I've got a few questions.
Go on then, off you go.
To first of all congratulate Zidan for his achievement of going to America, and sorry, I hope his name is right.
That's Zidan, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that, you know, obviously it's a big thing for a child to go from this country and do such a big thing. My only thoughts and questions are, so you know that we highly support our children in regards to the football industry, and you know, we're always willing to do anything to make sure that their achievements are successful and everything, but I'm just concerned that, do you think that there's a certain age point that maybe your children don't get noticed because I attend my son's training and matches on the weekends occasionally, and I do see that they put in full effort, and sometimes I'm not sure if, you know, maybe something's missing, that they're not getting the chance that they might need to, you know, to go forward. And is it a case that they do have to go to a different country to maybe take that opportunity? Because if that's the case, then we do have the opportunity to do that as well.
Okay.
I mean, if you could just advise us of what to do, because I'm more interested in what we can do for Adil, really. As you know, you're his manager. You know how well he's doing at the moment.
I'm on it, but I'm going to throw the question. Have you got any other questions?
No, that's my main question.
Brilliant. Well, listen, thank you, Bobby, for your call. I will, like I said, we'll get Sufian to answer that question. I think he's probably best placed to answer it. So, yeah, appreciate that call and listen to the answer, I guess. Off you go, Sufian. I'll leave that to you.
I'll turn around and say, Assalamu alaikum, Bobby. I'll just turn around and say, never take no for an answer. For someone to be noticed, as long as you go and do your best, as long as you try your best and keep at it, and that drive, you do in this journey need a bit of luck, but somehow you create your own luck, I believe. The only myth that we have in the football industry is that it's not a proven track record. So there is no regimented way that this is the way you go ahead and do it and you become successful. You have to create your own path. We decided to take Zidan out because we knew he had in himself certain areas that he had to improve, and he wasn't going to get it in the UK. So we branched out. Zidan's been fortunate enough to play 7 different countries across the world, including the Far East, Hong Kong, Thailand. He's played in Europe.
I totally echo that. I think it's never too late. I mean, for all our viewers, you know, watching, it's never too late. I mean, Jamie Vardy, who plays for Leicester, he was a non-league player 5 years ago. Now he's the top scorer, and he's worth apparently 30 million. So never give up the dream.
Sure.
I don't think it's never you know, over. But I do agree the challenge in this country for our youngsters is much more because of the certain way the industry perceives you know, the way football should be played. But if we went to say Spain, for example, our kids would have much better chance.
Okay, maybe we can finish this topic after we come back from the break. Unfortunately, we're out of time for this segment as well. Arazbai, we're going to lose you for this. Thank you for coming on. Quick final words to the guys here.
Well, I mean, what a wonderful story. Really, it's inspiring for me. I'm sure all our viewers are inspired as well. So keep up the good work, and inshallah, I would like to see Zidan play professionally in 2 years' time.
Okay.
Inshallah, make dua.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, guys. Like I said, we're out of time for this segment. When we come back in the final segment, we will talk more to Zidan and Sufian, but also we will give you all the latest from CFL. We're going to give you some action from yesterday's game, the Sporting senior team between Ilford and Sporting Bengal, and we're also going to talk about Vets football as well. So enjoy your break, and we'll see you in 2 minutes.